Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Sarah.
And I'm Nate, and you're watching SaraNate. Today we are ranking Disney Christmas movies.
Christmas.
Hey, Sarah, did you know that there are 296 Disney Christmas-related productions?
That's a lot of Christmas productions, Disney.
Sure is. However, we're only going to be ranking 5 today, so the stocking stuffers are relatively short.
It's been a tough year, so...
So if you don't see your favorite Disney Christmas-related movie or production here, well, that's probably a high percentage chance because we're missing like 291.
That was really good math.
Oh, thank you. The point is, if you don't see it here, just drop a comment below and let us know what is your favorite Disney Christmas movie. The only rules for this category is that the film must be Christmas related and only one film per franchise. So, Tim Allen, I heart you for the Santa Claus 8. But
we won't be ranking it today.
That just won't be happening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to SaraNate and hit that bell button so you never miss a new episode. First off, we have Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. Oh my God. We're really starting out strong here, aren't we?
Yes, we are. So Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas takes place after the events of the first movie where everyone is back into their human form and...
You should get into your human form.
So everyone's back into their human form, and Lumiere, Cogsworth, and Mrs. Potts are all reminiscing about last year's Christmas when they were inanimate objects, and then it goes into The Enchanted Christmas. So we pick up after Beast saves Belle from the pack of wolves, and Belle is getting all excited about the Christmas season in the castle, but she comes to find out that the Beast hates Christmas.
And the reason he hates Christmas is because, well, that's the time of year the Enchantress put a little spell on him.
Bippity boppity boo. So then Belle goes incognito and secretly works with everybody to make Christmas happen behind the Beast's back. All the while, the evil pipe organ Forte, voiced by the wonderful one and only Tim Curry, is working hard to thwart Belle's plans because he would rather remain a pipe organ instead of turn back into human because the Beast pays more attention to him that way.
Well, that's pretty sad. Beast and Belle argue about this and they go back and forth, and finally they destroy this evil Forte pipe organ thing, and that's about it. So I gotta say, Tim Curry, as much as I love his voice acting capabilities, even he couldn't save this movie.
It's still cute, and he does a good job.
Cute is a word. I would give this a D. What if we enchanted it a little higher to a C?
I would put it in a C.
Next up, we have the Santa Claus. The Santa Claus follows Tim Allen, aka Scott Calvin, as he tries to get his son to spend Christmas with him, even though he's kind of going through this weird divorce situation. It just so happens that Scott gets custody of Charlie on Christmas Eve, and well, at night they hear a little something on the roof, don't they, Sarah?
Arose such a clatter.
Dad, I heard a clatter. And he's like, yo, Charlie, come on, dude. And then he heard it, and he's like, oh, shit. What the hell?
There is a clatter.
Goes up, investigates it. It's a dude on their roof, falls off the roof. Calvin pulls this little, card out, and he's just like, oh yeah, whatever. And he puts on the suit, and him and Charlie deliver presents that night, and they end up at the North Pole where they meet Bernard,
the elf.
It's almost like this weird dream state, and Scott wakes up and he's like, man, that was a weird dream, Charlie. And Charlie's like, yeah, Dad,
that wasn't no dream, Pops.
Over the course of the movie, Charlie really, really believes that his dad is Santa Claus. Well, because in fact,
he is. Because of the actual Santa Claus.
Other adults are like, dude, you're really delusional. You need to get help. Custody battle. There's a lot of nostalgia happening here, but objectively, I think the movie's really solid. I'm going to give this an A.
I would agree with that.
Next up, we have The Nightmare Before Christmas. Sarah, I got a question for you.
Yes.
And it's serious. Is this film a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
Or, dare I say, is it the perfect blend of both?
Yo, this movie follows the tale of Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, and he's grown tired of the same old thing. He stumbles upon these really interesting holiday trees. I always thought that was fascinating.
That was the coolest thing ever. I used to have dreams when I was a kid that I went and traversed in through each of the holiday doors. That would be so cool.
What if they weren't dreams? Scott Calvin thought it was a dream when he was Santa. Anyways,
this is true.
Jack's face lights up when he sees the Christmas tree door, and he goes in and he finds
Christmas Town.
The customs that they're doing at Christmas Town just blow him away, and he tries to take everything from there and bring it back to Halloween Town, including Santa Claus himself. Jack comes back from Christmas Town with all these Christmas traditions, and he wants to share it with all the citizens from Halloween Town.
But your homegirl Sally knows what's up, and she's just like, Jack, this probably isn't a good idea, but he's all like, no, I'm gonna be Santa Claus.
So even after Sally's like, yo, Jack, don't do this, it's pretty stupid, he goes about and they take off on that ramp with all those like ghetto presents and then
they're not
Halloween presents with like the creepy heads and stuff. And he goes to the real world and starts delivering these
spooky presents.
Spooky like snakes and creepy
shrunken
things.
Heads.
But he thinks he's doing good things because he's like, these are great to me, but like it's more of a stocking stuffer if anything.
Ew.
And what else can you say? The movie, it speaks for itself. Halloween, Christmas, I don't care what time of year it is.
Watch it both.
It's an S, y'all.
Yes, it is.
Next up, we have the Muppets Christmas Carol, starring Mike O'Kane.
Mike O'Kane. Austin Powers Faja.
Essentially, this is Jim Henson's Muppet adaptation of the beloved Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens.
As we all know, the story follows Scrooge, the miserable excuse of a person who hates Christmas.
He's running his business the worst possible way. He's denying his nephew and any of his family anything. Scrooge is later visited by the two ghosts of his old business partners who warn him. They're like, yo, bro, the path that you're going on, the way you're treating people,
you're not gonna end up like
well.
us. So change your ways, Scrooge. Get it together.
And then he's like, dude, that's pretty, like, come on. What am I seeing? Ghosts? This is stupid. Then he goes on, of course, the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. And it's a really cool character journey of this old evil dude. But like you realize at one point he knew love. And
yeah,
man, I just love the character journey.
Interesting tidbit. So Michael Caine, when he was speaking with Jim Henson about doing this adaptation, he told Jim Henson that he's not going to play this like a Muppets movie. He's not going to be quirky or over the top. He was going to play it as a dramatic, almost Shakespearean performance. And when you watch the movie, he, honest to goodness, is doing that. And that's why it's so good.
It's a phenomenal performance. And I really love the set design of like the old London and like, oh, it's a great movie.
I cried.
Well,
I cry at everything.
She cries at like Air Bud or something.
Because it's touching stories.
I feel like it's better than the Santa Claus, and it's... I'm giving it an S.
I would give it an S too.
Finally, our last movie is Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas is an anthology movie of 3 little mini movies all rolled into one.
About Christmas.
Oh. The first story follows Donald Duck, and it's called Stuck on Christmas. Now, this actually reminds me of Groundhog Day a little bit, Sarah. And do you want to explain to the people why that is?
So Huey, Dewey, and Louie wake up on Christmas morning, and they have this wonderful day. They get all of these gifts. They're kind of doing pranks on their family and causing a ruckus.
It's like the perfect day.
Yeah, for them.
For them.
And then they go to bed later that night, and they wish upon a star that they wish it could be Christmas every single day.
Just so happens they get their little wish. They do the same things, and eventually over time, it just gets very boring. The boys end up finally reading the Christmas card that is given to them by Donald, which explains to them, hey, Christmas isn't just all about presents. They decide to take that to heart the next day, and they end up doing everything properly. They prepare the meals, they help out everything, and
they stop playing pranks and start appreciating their family.
And that in turn breaks the Groundhog Day-esque loop that they're in.
The second story is a very goofy Christmas. So we start out with Max and Goofy writing a letter to Santa Claus for Christmas. And of course you have Pete, who tries to tell Max that Santa Claus doesn't exist.
Goofy poses as Santa for the kids, but then Max finds out that, yo, that's my dad, that ain't Santa, and a little bit of tension rises between the two.
He starts going out of his way to do all these things to try to make Max still have his belief.
Goofy's a great father, and that's one thing that Disney hasn't really explored too deeply in terms of what happened to Max's mom.
So then when Max sees that Goofy is upset, the roles are kind of flipped, and he starts trying to cheer Goofy up by trying to make him believe in Santa Claus again.
And in the end, Santa actually does show up.
Skirt. Just kidding, he doesn't do that. Santa then gives Goofy and Max presents, but Max finds that Santa only left them one present, so he's like, Dad, where's your present? And Goofy says, well, Max, each year my present is seeing you happy. How cute is that?
Did you cry at that part?
Probably.
Because that seems pretty good.
And so the final story is Mickey and Minnie's Gift of the Magi.
Mickey wants to get Minnie a gold chain for her pocket watch.
And Minnie wants to get Mickey a case for his harmonica.
Hijinks ensue because both of them realize that they don't have money to get each other's gifts. So it turns out that Mickey ends up selling his harmonica to pay for the gold chain for Minnie's watch.
And Minnie sells her watch to buy a case for Mickey's harmonica. And when they go to exchange presents, they realize that they don't have the matching parts.
I think it's really powerful because their love for each other outweighed their love for material items.
I feel like that is the true meaning of the season of giving. They didn't have a lot of money in the story to begin with, and they sold their prized items to buy what would make the other one happy.
Did you cry on that one?
Oh, yes, I did.
I think all three of these work really well together. I give it a high B.
I do too.
Let's review the list.
Ho, ho, ho!
S's. The Nightmare Before Christmas. The Muppets Christmas Carol. A's. We got The Santa Claus, yo. B's. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. And C's.
Beauty and the Beast. The Enchanted Christmas.
That's our list. Let us know what movies you agree with and what movies you disagree with. We want to know, what is your favorite Disney Christmas movie? Let us know in the comments below.
So that's all the time we've got for today, guys. We will see you next time.
Merry Christmas.
And happy holidays.